Hi, my name is Bibek Adhikari. I am an English instructor. In today's class, we are going to solve the listening and writing portion of Unit 2, that is, me and my habits. So let's begin. Alright, then we are now going to start the listening, grammar, and the writing portions of Unit 2. So we're going to do three different things today. We'll listen about a farmer named Janak and his daily habits, followed by learning some contracted form of grammar as well as spelling and a little bit of fun with writing. So these are the three things we're going to do today. So let's start. Let's look at this picture first. Then we will listen to the audio script. I'll read that and we will do the questions that are in the exercise portion. So let's look at the pictures first. Just by looking at the picture, what can you say about this man? Who can he possibly be? Obviously, he's carrying a spade. Can you see a spade is there? So this is what's called a spade. He's carrying that and is wearing the traditional Nepali dress and also wearing flip-flops, and he seems to be heading somewhere. His eyes kind of closed. So who is he? He is a farmer, right? Could be a farmer. We don't know for sure. We're only guessing, right? So where is he possibly going? He's possibly going to the field. Maybe he is going to till the earth, or maybe he's going to use some fertilizers, or maybe, he'll tend the field, fallow it, and come back home. And maybe it is the time of harvesting. Maybe he's going to harvest some crops, right? Could be anything. Let's go and listen to the audio script before we find out who he really is and what he does. Listening text number 2. Janak gets up at 7. Then he goes for a short walk. He eats breakfast at 8. He generally eats bananas and bread. After that, he studies for an hour. He eats dal bhat at 9:15, and then he puts on his school uniform. He always walks to school. He goes to school at 10. He returns home at 10 to 5, and then he goes to play. He likes basketball. Alright, so our assumption turned out to be a wrong one. Why? Because just because he's carrying a spade and wearing the traditional Nepali dress and wearing a flip-flops, see in the picture, does not necessarily mean he's a farmer. So he also wears a topi, as you can see, or you can call it a cap, a traditional Nepali cap. He's wearing that, right? So he's Janak apparently, and his daily routine is quite interesting. He goes to school. He's a normal boy. A big school boy with a mustache. Funny thing. Let's go and solve the questions. If the question is, listen to the tape or the teacher and take the right answer. The first one, Janak gets up. What was the time once again? Was it 7 or 6 or 8? Janak indeed gets up at 7. So, yes, 7 is the right answer. Tick there. Let's tick there. 7 is the right answer. He takes breakfast at, so 8 o'clock is the right answer. Let's go to the reading portion now. Read and say. What can you do in a day? So that's a question. We are talking about routine. We are talking about schedule. So we are talking about a routine life. What do you normally do in a day? At what time do you wake up in the morning? Maybe 6 o'clock. Or if you're lazy, maybe 8 o'clock. So you wake up at one particular time in the morning, eat breakfast at a fixed time, go to school, maybe reach school by 9 or 9:30, and have lunch, snacks, and come back home maybe at 4 in the evening. And then maybe you play for some time, football or basketball, or could be any sports you like. Then you study for an hour or two, watch a little television, play games on your smartphone, and go to sleep. And the same thing happens the next morning. So it's like a routine, keeps on repeating day after day. So we can say things like wake in the morning. So the picture says a lot, wake in the morning, maybe 6 in the morning. Wash and dress. Eat your breakfast, make a mess. Paint your face, dance and sing. Draw a picture with a piece of chalk. Scrub your hands, have some tea. Watch a program on TV. Read a book, hop into bed. Dream all night, you sleepy head. So it's kind of rhyme. See, it's a poem of sorts. The pictures they explain about this routine life. So what we talked about just now, or the song we sang, or the rhyme we chanted, is about a routine life. Alright, now let's go to the grammar portion. Okay, look and write. First picture, you see a picture of a boy wearing a tie, a school uniform, curvy hair, oiled, carrying a bag, a heavy bag at that. So we say, he is going to school. I mean, you just have to look at these pictures and write what these people are doing in each picture. Okay, the second one, you see a boy in a green shirt sipping his tea from a pink cup. So we say, let me use another color here. Okay, he is drinking tea. Or it could be coffee, or it could be water, or it could be milk, right? You can write anything you want there. Okay, he is fixing his hair. So his hair seems to be kind of messy. Using the comb, trying to fix his hair. The last picture, you see a studious girl trying to read something. Maybe it's a book or a magazine. We don't know for sure, so we say she is reading a book. Alright, like this you can say what these people are doing. Now let's go to another section. It's called Fun with Spelling. Now in this section we will learn the contracted forms. I'm going to tell you, something about contracted forms. Contracted forms. You see, English is the language which is not spoken exactly the way it is written. I mean, the writing is one thing, but when you are speaking, or maybe when you're talking to a native speaker, and you'll find out that there seems to be some kind of difference between, writing and reading. Right? So, because there are a lot of contracted forms. In fact, many words are joined together in such a way that they sound like a different word sometimes. I can give you an example. When you say something like I am, so this is how normally it is written. I am. But you don't say it that way. How do you say it? You say it this way. You say I'm. Now the sound of I and the sound of am are combined together, and the new sound is I'm. Say it. I'm. I am becomes I'm. I am a boy. I'm a boy. I am a girl. I'm a girl. Now the sound, the word she is becomes she's. She is. She's. She is. She's. They have. They've. They have. They've. They have a dog. They've a dog. They have a dog. They've a dog. You see the difference? English is not spoken the way it is written. That means English has a lot of contractions and reduced forms, and because of that, the spoken English seems to be different than a written one. Know what I mean? Okay, let's go to the exercise portion now. I'm 11 years old. You can see the contraction there. I'm tall. I've got dark curly hair. I don't like short. Now use contracted form. The two questions are done for you. She is writing a letter. So you say she's writing a letter. He does not go for a walk. He doesn't go for a walk. I do not like meat. Now the word do not, the two words do not combine together and they become don't. I don't like meat. I am washing my face. You say, I'm washing my face. She has eaten food. She's eaten food. They do not sing English songs. They don't sing English songs. Okay? So, do not is contracted as don't. I am is contracted as I'm. She has is contracted as she's. Do not is contracted as don't. Okay, let's go to another portion. So here's a little game you can play with your friends. So this is the famous monkey. His name is Mr. Chunky. And there's the teacher wearing traditional Nepali dress with a dhaka topi and flip-flops. And he's asking a question to Chunky. He says, "What's the time, Mr. Chunky?" And Mr. Chunky replies what the time is. So what you can normally do is you can stand in a circle. Your teacher will stand at the center of the circle and he'll play the role of Chunky. So your teacher is going to be a monkey for some time. Your teacher will play the role of a monkey and you will have to ask the time to your monkey-like teacher. I mean, to your teacher who just become a monkey. So you say, "What's the time, Mr. Chunky?" And takes one step towards the teacher. Teacher will go on telling the time. It's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You just have to move one step ahead. And you'll go on asking and moving closer to the teacher. And when you are very close, the teacher will say, "It's 12 o'clock. It's my lunch time." And he'll run on to catch you. And you'll have to run to the safety line. So that's the game you can play. You can enjoy playing this game. You can form a little circle. Your teacher will stand in the middle of the circle and you'll have to approach your teacher from different directions and go on telling the time until you reach very close to your teacher when he'll tell the time and you'll have to run away. Enjoy, have fun playing this game. Now, I am going to give you some homework. You don't really like this part of the lesson. However, homeworks are very important when it comes to improving your memory and helping you understand the crux of the chapter. So if you want to understand whatever you have learned in a day, it's very advisable that you do some homework. Your homework is pretty easy this time. You have to write about yourself. And you just have to write what your name is, your age, and kind of daily routine. So write about your daily routine. Alright, so that's your homework. You just have to write about your daily routine. With this, we've come to end of today's class. If you have any questions or suggestions regarding these video series, feel free to write us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thank you so much.